What's up? My name is Brady Shields. I got 7th place at the Olathe, Kansas Regional. I was playing the Mitsurugi Azamina Yummy deck. I didn't necessarily choose this deck because it was a good one. I just really like it. It's been a lot of fun to play. I played this at YCS Columbus as well and barely bubbled into did not make day 2. So I just felt like there was a lot of room to keep growing with the deck, so I took it again this weekend and did well. So let's jump into the deck profile real fast. So I'm playing the smallest Mitsurugi package possible, so Murakumo, Haokiri, Saji, and then I'll just go through all of the engines as they are in their full entirety. So I play the 2 bricks, along with the 3 pre-prep and the 3 mirror. I don't play Futsu, I don't play Kusanagi, and I don't play Aramasa. Futsu and Kusanagi are both bricks, and I wanted to keep my hands as live as possible. And Aramasa is just kind of a bad normal summon with this deck. Like, it doesn't pair very well with a lot of your cards. So I ultimately cutted him. This deck has 21 high-quality starters, I would say. And at 46, that's pretty ideal for seeing like 1 or 2 to 3 copies. Though I will say with my non-engine, the non-engine here is 15 at 46, which is really only going to let you see about 1 per game unless you side in more. So the game plan in game 1 was I was going to see a bunch of engine cards, and then post side, if I wanted to see more non-engine, I would just switch that up. So that was the Mitsurugi side. It was very strong. I did not break on it all day, thankfully. So we'll take that. For the yummy cards, 1 of each: Marshmallow, Cookie, Lollipo, and Cupsy, along with the 2 quote-unquote bricks, the Surprise and the Mignon. All of your engines somehow get to this combo. So these bricks are a little less bad, if they resolve, that is. And I didn't really feel like I needed to play a bunch of yummy cards because all of my engines naturally were going to try to search it. You know, it's great if you have like a yummy card in that situation when like your Camellia or your Hornet or your drones or whatever line gets stopped. But it doesn't always improve your hand, so I just felt like the minimum was fine. A lot of the philosophy I took with this deck is play the absolute minimum amount you need to play the deck, and just seemed to work out that way. The Diabell Star side, I played 2 Witch and 1 Souls, along with 2 Wanted, and a Deception and Debtors. I very rarely drew the Wanted, which is fine. It's 46 cards and it's a 2 of, so I'm not too upset about that. If I could have got a 3rd in, that would have been great, but you know, no big deal. You have to play a minimum of 2 Witches for your combo, because if you start with Witch, you need another copy in deck for Souls to send. And then you also ideally would like Souls to always be able to special summon. This engine was good. It's kind of bad going second, and that's fine, because I feel like Debtors, if you can get to Debtors, you're in a really good position. This is like one of the higher quality ways to get into Cup C, so like whatever. Like, as long as they get to Cup C, I don't really care. And then for like the engine that really surprised me as the best engine, the Radiant Typhoon cards. So I had 1 Swin, 1 Eldam, and then I also played MST, Chant, and Vision. So I just played 5 cards. These 5 cards were so impactful. I only played 1 Vision, and I'm probably going to stick behind this because I had, once again, 21 high-quality starters, and this was the 21st card. I really felt like there was no other starter that was higher quality, that was lower quality than this, and I wanted to play more, so I just ended up playing 1. These guys were totally fine. Like, they are a little bad going second, yeah, but who cares? They just are so good going first. And then MST was so goated for me. If you've seen my deck profile with Johnny, we talk about how he lost to MST Fallen in the Virtuous, and yeah, this card had just overperformed for me for whatever reason, and I would say I'm pretty happy that I ended up playing that engine. Okay, non-engine side, it's going to 3 Ash, 3 Fua, 2 Droll. These are the only hand traps I played in the main deck, and that's fine. I kind of played like a half hand trap, half breaker approach, and it was good enough for me. 3 Drop, 3 Fallen and Virtuous, and Called By. These, once again, 15 at 46, so it wasn't like great odds to see 2, but good enough odds to see 1. I was just trying to engine over my opponent and then maybe draw one of these cards as like a pseudo breaker for the most part. And that's about what it did. I would say my hands where I saw 2 to 3 engine cards were the most ideal, and I won all the time. And then the last two cards of the deck, and probably the best two, and why this deck works, is Drones and Engage. A lot of your lines set up 3 spells in graveyard and then picking up Engage, so that way you can get the drones and a draw. So it just makes your combo like so powerful. I felt these were great. Insane that drones didn't get banned. Real quick, we'll jump into the side deck. I think it was whatever. I mean, a lot of changes could probably be made to this deck and it would improve, but I was just throwing this thing together last minute. 3 Ogre and 3 Bell. I boarded these in when I wanted more hand traps, and that was typically fine. I would say Ogre was not as good as I expected it to be, and Bell was a lot better, but it's just kind of a tournament by tournament thing. 3 Eclipse. This card was probably, in my mind, the worst card in my deck. I didn't really play against Doom Z, so this card came up a lot less than I hoped it would, and if I could find a better card, I probably would replace it, but at the moment, this is just another good quick play spell breaker that you can play. Talents, insanely good right now. I even board this in going second against some decks because it's actually a good breaker right now. And then Gaze. Yeah, this card's crazy. If you side this and you get to do your like Mitsurugi Azamina combo, it's really strong into breakers. Helps you get multiple Omni negates. You're able to just kind of keep going safely. Great Purification, same thing, you add them together, and it's very hard for breakers to beat you. And the last card in the side deck, Triple Spark. So Spark, I'm not playing other trap cards really, so like, yeah, they kind of get the second bonus effect of Spark, but this card overperformed for me somehow. I feel like if you have a matchup where Spark is good and you resolve this card, it's very hard for those decks to win. For example, I played against RDA, and I sparked a Vision Resonator, and there was just nothing he could do to keep playing. So maybe there's an argument to play more of these cards. I don't know. My deck was just kind of all over the place in ideas, so that's just kind of how we're going to keep it. For the extra deck, this stuff is like super simple extra deck outside of like the weird Mitsu Aza stuff. So the 4 Yummy cards, the 2 Striker cards, Little Knight. We play IP in this deck. It's important for our combo to make Charmer Quartet. So how you're ending a lot of times if you have all your engines together is you're going to go like Snatchy, IP, and then you make like an SP as well next to it. So that way you can go IP and a Charmer Quartet. You'll have these two together, and SP can banish your Charmer Quartet to be reused again. This Charmer Quartet card is insane. It's the reason I'm playing the deck the way it is in a lot of ways. And in many game states, you'll be sitting on like IP, Ilia Sylvia, and like a Yummy monster. They'll like pop your Ilia Sylvia or something, basically take it off the field, and then you can just IP into this. And it is so oppressive whenever you get that Murakumo Ilia Sylvia combo off on them. Reprodocus, this is so you can bridge Mitsurugi into Azamina. To be honest, I never summoned this because I never needed it, but it is there. It's a good bridge. I guess it's kind of a flex spot if you really want it or not. Because I played Fallen the Virtuous, I played the Ecclesia and the Albion. Nothing to say here. Fallen the Virtuous was pretty good for me, so maybe I'll consider that for the future. Ilia Sylvia, the payout for the Azamina package. This card is insane in this deck, especially with Charmer Quartet. D-Mod, also insane, and then the Dragoon for the Gaze package. Other than that, that is everything. I don't really have any shoutouts other than to my locals, the Geekery. Shout out to my RCS Wednesday playtesting group and the Mulch Army Discord that I spend time in. You guys have been super helpful with testing. Hopefully I don't get tricked into playing this deck for Nationals, because I don't know if this is actually a good Nationals deck, but other than that, that's all. Have a nice day.